We hear the term the cloud thrown around every single day. But what is it, really? Well, today we're going to pull back the curtain and demystify it, showing you the massive physical world behind that simple little word. So think about it. When you save a file to Google Drive or Dropbox, where does it actually go? It feels completely instant, almost like magic, right? But what you've just done is kick off a pretty fascinating journey for your data. We're going to break down exactly how this technology works and how it powers, well, basically everything, from your personal photos to the entire internet. So let's start with the basics. So, first things first, what even is the cloud? At its core, it's not some mysterious, fluffy entity floating around in the sky. Nope, it's a very real, very physical, and totally global infrastructure. See, instead of storing data on your own computer's hard drive, the cloud lets you store and access it over the internet on these massive, super powerful computers. We call them servers, that are owned by companies like Google, Amazon, and Microsoft. Let's start with the part of the cloud you probably use the most, maybe without even thinking about it: cloud storage. This is basically the digital home for all of your data. Remember the days of scrambling for a USB stick or dealing with bulky local servers? Yeah, this was a total game changer. Cloud storage gave us this incredible freedom to get to our files from literally anywhere in the world, as long as you have an internet connection. And this level of organization is absolutely key. Take Microsoft's Azure Blob Storage, for example. It uses this exact system. Your account, that's the filing cabinet. The containers are the drawers. And your files, which, fun fact, they call blobs, short for binary large object, are all filed away neatly inside. It's a simple structure, but it's how they manage just mind-boggling amounts of data. Now, not all clouds are created equal. It's not a one-size-fits-all kind of deal. You've got your personal cloud, like your iCloud account. Then there's the giant public cloud that companies use. For more security, a company might build its own private cloud, or they might use a hybrid approach to get the best of both worlds. Okay, so our data has a digital home. We get that. But what is that home actually built on? Well, now we're heading into the engine room of the cloud. We're talking about the servers. The key to everything here is that one word: virtualized. And look, this isn't just some tech jargon, it is the absolute secret sauce that makes the entire cloud work. So, what does it actually mean? Well, it means you can take a single, ridiculously powerful piece of hardware and slice it up so it acts like dozens of separate, smaller computers. Think of it like this. You have one giant office building, and virtualization lets you instantly partition it into dozens of unique private offices, each with its own lights, its own door, its own resources. That's what makes the cloud so incredibly efficient and flexible. And this really highlights the fundamental trade-off, doesn't it? Cloud servers, you can get started in minutes with a super flexible pay-as-you-go model. But a physical server that you own yourself, well, that gives you more direct control, but it comes with a huge upfront cost and can take weeks, even months to set up. Okay, so we've got the storage, and we've got the servers. Let's see how this all builds up to power the entire web through something you've definitely heard of: web hosting. So when a company offers you web hosting, what are you really buying? You're basically just renting a little slice of one of those virtual cloud servers to store all your website's files and data. That's it. You know, the easiest way to wrap your head around this is with a really simple analogy. Just think of web hosting like it's real estate for your website. So at the most basic level, you've got shared hosting. That's like renting an apartment. It's cheap, but you're sharing resources with all your neighbors. A step up from that is a virtual private server, or VPS. That's kind of like a townhouse. You still share the property, but you have your own dedicated space. And finally, you have dedicated hosting. That's like owning the entire house all to yourself, giving you maximum power and control. Now, the software that actually runs on these servers, the thing that delivers the web pages to your browser, is called a web server. And the most popular one by a long shot is called Apache. And get this, Apache runs on a staggering 60% of the world's web servers. 60%. So why is it so dominant? Well, it's open source, it's incredibly reliable, and it has been battle-tested for decades. It's truly the silent giant that powers a massive chunk of the internet you use every single day. So the cloud is powerful, it's convenient, it sounds perfect, right? But what are the trade-offs? Because it's definitely not the perfect solution for every single situation. The benefits are pretty obvious. You get incredible flexibility, instant global scale, and a really cost-effective model where you only pay for what you use. But the challenges are just as real. Your performance can get slowed down by what they call a noisy neighbor. That's another user on the same physical server hogging all the resources. You also have to deal with complex data laws, and at the end of the day, you're kind of at the mercy of your provider if their service goes down.
So it's not just about using the cloud, it's about using it wisely. You have to weigh these amazing benefits against the potential risks and decide what really makes the most sense for what you're trying to do.
So, there you have it. We've journeyed from a simple click on your laptop all the way to these massive physical data centers that power our connected world, and it's all built on that brilliant principle of virtualization. You see, the cloud isn't some abstract, magical concept. It's real, it's physical, and it's powerful infrastructure that's available to anyone. So the question isn't just what will be built with it, it's what will you build with it. The tools are right there, waiting for you.